welcome to the video. This is the Ausangate trek video. I've been inspired to do a trip around Ausangate because there's going to be a group coming that's going to make a lot of noise for the next few nights. So I'm looking at this as a blessing to get out and do something I've been wanting to do for a while. So this is the pack I'm going to take. It is a smaller pack, and it's called a Lookout 40 by Mountain Smith. It is a day pack by most reviews, but I'm going to push it to its limits. And let's check it out, see what I've got in here. I have a Life Straw water filter with me, and a spoon, a wooden spoon, toothbrush, toothpaste. I have a sleeping pad, a tent, and a flute, a cup. I also have my Ausangate Life Energy food that I produce myself. I have 10 of those down in the bottom. Then I have some rain gear, rain pants, rain jacket, a pair of pants for the nighttime when it gets colder, sleeping bag, and then in the upper section I have my down jacket, and as well in this pack I have I've got a small book, lightweight small book of Quechua so I can practice my Quechua while I'm on the trail. I have a headlamp, some toilet paper, and some gloves. Let's get going. Right, here we go. There's the house back there, and I'm on my way. Why am I doing this? I'm super excited to do this. I think, originally I wanted to do this as one day around Ausangate, kind of a marathon style run, super lightweight. I started training for that last year and then realized after, I was getting up to about 10 kilometers a day running, and after doing that a few days on the downhill, it took a toll on my knees and I started having serious knee pain, which resulted in painful walking for a few weeks. And since I live in the mountains and it's about an hour, 15 hour and a half from my house to the nearest town, and walking is essential, I decided it wasn't a good idea. So here I go, 4 days, 3 nights with a moderate pack. Actually, my pack is quite light compared to most of the people that come up here and do this similar trek. But I'm super excited. What I've really been wanting to do, and what I have been kind of doing this week ever since I started listening to an audiobook called The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer, just try and stay as present as possible in that seat of consciousness as a conscious observer, not allow my mind to wander into the past or into the future, just stay present with my heart open. So every step of this journey is dedicated to presence and living consciousness, and it feels good. I will, aside from when I'm speaking as well, try and do as much breathing through the nose and finding stops and spots to meditate along this trip as well. So that's what I'm going for. All right, well, I'm up here a few kilometers away from the house. This is the first mirador or lookout that looks over the 7 lakes. Down below you can see the house, and from here I have probably 4 kilometers to get up to the start of the next. What an amazing surprise. These are vicuñas. These are an endangered cameloid that lives very high in the Andes, and they are very spookish, very skittish. It's very hard to get near these animals. This is such a blessing to see these animals so close, and if an alpaca is kind of like a cross between a deer and a sheep, these are more along the side of deer, although they're definitely not deer. Deer exist up here as well. And there's a little baby checking us out. Really cool to see these. What a blessing. Alright, so way down there was the Mirador, where I took that last video, and then middle of the way we saw the Vicuñas, and now I'm up here just about to get to Hampas Pass. This is Ausangate, the wife of Ausangate Mountain, and I have just a little bit further to go to make it up to the top of the pass here at 5,100 meters above sea level. Feeling good. Gonna go up there and have a energy food disc and then recuperate and get ready to head down and around the corner so that I can start heading down into the valley to find a place to sleep for the night. All right, well, 20 minutes of hiking has gotten me around the corner, and I am heading back down into the valley, and somewhere down there is where I'll be camping this evening. All right, it took a little over 4 hours. Here I am at the campsite, backside of Ausangate. You can't actually see Ausangate from here, but you can see Colqui Cruz. So I'm gonna set up my tent. Good morning. So I camped about a mile back that way, and I'm on my trail, and I gotta head up into this pass, 5,200 meter pass, Palomani, and get over that to the next campsite. I might skip the next campsite and just keep going depending on how I feel. Feeling good today. Did a little meditation. Stretched out, some yoga, and got my back aligned. My legs were a little tight and tired this morning, but now that I've walked about a mile, I'm starting to feel warmed up and feeling quite positive and good. Here I am. I got about 3,000 plus feet, 3,300 feet to go up that way and around to get past the pass. It's gonna be a trudge. way down there you can see some tents. That is Ausangate campsite. And I just came over Palamani, which is 5,200 meters above sea level. And I found a piece of bread and a bag fell off one of those horses further back. And I have my Life Energy Food disc, and I am super hungry. So I'm going to take a break, catch up with some calories, eat a little bit, and then hike down and possibly back and over to this other side. It looks like there might be a little lake over there. Yeah, let's see how it goes. I stopped here at Ausangate campsite, and it's quite packed. So I've decided I definitely don't want to spend the night here. Going to continue passing through here and go up the next pass. Up above there is a really nice little lake, and I'm excited to check that out and maybe take a possible cold plunge. And then continue, perhaps, depending on how I feel, continue down to Pucacocha, which is the next campsite and shouldn't be as crowded. Okay, I've arrived at the top of this next pass, and this little lake looks perfect for a cold plunge, all-in adventure, Tim Walther style cold plunge. So I'm going to take that up and definitely do that. I'm stoked that I came up here. And I've never checked out this lake before. Very sacred location. Down below is Pucacocha campground, but I don't think I'll be going down there tonight because actually just behind me here in the hollow, I found a nice place to set up my tent so I can stay near the lake here, near the glacier, and right near the backside of Ausangate Mountain. This is where I'm camping for the second night. Not too shabby. Technically, you're supposed to camp in the campsites, but no one's gonna know that I'm over here just chilling out. I'm actually not very far off the trail, but pretty well hidden, so I think it's gonna be a good night. In a spectacular location. I mean, right at the base of the glacier on the backside of the mountain. I couldn't ask for a better location to spend the night. Really sacred, really beautiful. I feel quite blessed right now. It is day 3. Decided to come down and visit this beautiful little lake once again. Before I left this morning, I have to go that way, all the way around the mountain and back around, and somewhere around here on the backside is a little village called Upis. That's where I'm heading today. I should be able to get some good food, and yeah, I've got friends that live over there, so that'll be kind of a homecoming. I'll spend the night there. I need one more night before I go back to my house. And good thing is they have hot water springs, which I'm really looking forward to because I am super sore today. but I only have one pass to go over today, so it's all good. Last night, I stayed up there on the ledge, had a beautiful little location to set up my tent. This is the other side of Ausangate, the west side. That's Pucacocha, which means Red Lake in Quechua, and this has a nice campground here. To continue, I got to go around this hill and up through the pass over here on the other side, and then that will get me to the north side of Ausangate. So you can't quite see Pucacocha from over there, but it's pretty close to there. I had to go around this hill, around what they call Small Pucacocha, another smaller lake down below, and then further up the trail to get up to, well, the steepest part of this pass. And I am now on the northwest side of Ausangate Mountain. It's starting to show the snow again. I need to continue towards Upis on this trail, which kind of goes directly east, kind of southeast or northeast. And that little lake down there, somebody that will not be mentioned wanted to jump in there last year and do a cold plunge. And I'm so glad that my friend didn't do that, because we both would have ended up covered in duck poop. That lake has a lot of geese and duck poop in the bottom of it. And as you can see, there's a couple geese right there on the side of it. Well, let's continue. I stand corrected. These are the cairns which mark the pass. It's clearly going downhill over there. And where I came from for the last hour and a half has been ever so slightly uphill. But I made it. Here I am. This is the north face of Ausangate. Doesn't have as much snow as the other side because it gets more sun. We are in South America. And if I had to guess, I'd say that I slept as a bird flies right on the backside of that last night. So here we go. Down to Upis. Homecoming. Yeah. Well, I've arrived here in Upis. It's about 3 o'clock. Not a lot going on. It's a pretty quiet little pueblo. I might pitch a tent and go look around for some food. If I can't find any food and there's nobody around, I think I'm just going to head over to Pacchanta, to the other hot springs, which is my home base town, and spend the night over there. And then tomorrow get my groceries early in the morning, and then in the evening hike back up to the house, and the group should be gone, and I should have a nice, quiet environment again. All right, down here in the valley is my beloved little pueblo village of Pacchanta. And yeah, I just decided to do another hour and a half trudge, get over here. Really feeling like it would be amazing to have a nice hot meal, a hot soak. There's hot water springs here. Find a nice room to sleep in tonight, and I'm excited to be here. Good morning. I made it to Pakchanta. Here's the hot water spring. It's nice. I was in there last night. Fairly well recovered. Most of the pain in my body is gone. I feel pretty good. It's amazing what a good meal and a hot soak will do for the body and for the spirit, for the mind. And just recapping on the trip, it was amazing, although it was grueling at times and absolutely difficult. And I noticed in those times that my mind, that was one of the time that my mind wanted to distract me from the pain in my body by just pulling me away into thinking about the past or the future, or not staying present. And it helped nose breathing. 99% of the trip I was in nose breathing, which would remind me, because I have to stay concentrating on trying to breathe through the nose and not through the mouth. It would help me to remember, oh yeah, I'm supposed to stay present and conscious and here. And so I did my best, although I have to admit it was a wrestling match. I was constantly getting pulled out of the present, and especially when I was really hungry or tired or in a lot of pain. But it was successful, and I'm gonna apply it into my life, and I figure the more present I can stay during those moments of uncomfortableness, the better off I'll be in general. Didn't stay over in Upis yesterday and finish today like I thought, because nobody was there. There's a giant festival going on across the valley, and I figured that there was no food, no water, and I figured that I would feel better today if I just busted out an hour and a half of hard hiking to get here, compared to sleeping over there, getting up in the morning, feeling completely busted down and hiking over. So, all right, it was amazing. I'm gonna go get my groceries and head back up to the house. Thanks for accompanying me on this adventure. Sending y'all lots of love and blessings.